And we talked with the doc this morning, Dr. Tim McKnight. Welcome in. Glad to see you got between the raindrops and got in here.
Good morning.
So many of the topics that we talk about on Tuesday mornings when you're in here are covered in your class, which is called Fit for Life, which you do periodically. And there's another one coming up, right?
Yes, we have another series of classes coming up starting September 21st. It's a Tuesday evening, and we're doing it at the Dover Library. But when the pandemic hit, we had to move the classes to a virtual format. And so what we did the last year was we pre-recorded the presentations and divided them up into 3 30-minute segments. So each week there's about 90 minutes of content. And we divided those up in a pre-recorded session that we'll release for the class 3 or 4 days before the actual class is held, which will be Tuesday nights. We're going to do it at the Dover Library. So the purpose of that is to let people listen to the content either while they're walking or in their own leisure time, because 90 minutes is a lot of time. Mm-hmm. And so there's 3 different segments each week, and they can listen at their own pace. And then the Tuesday night live class will be a time for us to hit the highlights and then to do a question and answer. So that will probably be more like an hour when we're together. But we do have some people who are registered to take the class. They're out of state, and they're strictly going to do it virtually. So even that live class at the Dover Library, we're expecting we're going to be able to present that as a Facebook Live kind of event, so that if you can't attend in person, you can still be exposed to the content and participate. And we've even recorded those in the past, so that even the live Tuesday night class can be watched at another time. So it's made it pretty convenient. I was really surprised last year when we started to do this virtually that the participants wanted us to release the content in a pre-recorded fashion. And I thought, boy, people are doing these virtual meetings, and the last thing they want to do in the evening is another virtual meeting. But what we found out is if we let them watch it at their own leisure, it's much more palatable, and they want to do that. It allows them to sometimes go back and listen to it multiple times.
I was going to say, you've forgotten that a lot of people have DVR, and they stop and start.
Right.
They can listen to you, go to the bathroom, come back, and keep going.
I was listening to a podcast today, and I thought I was listening to it as I was driving. I was listening to it at home, and then I'm going to go back and watch it again and probably take notes. So I think a lot of us are getting used to podcasts, and there's a lot of good information out there, and we need to be able to access it at our own will and leisure.
This is a little bit different twist on the way to learn, because instead of having your gathering to learn the information, it's out there in front of you so that you can prepare and then ask questions to kind of finish off that segment. That's the way I would feel about it.
I think that's true, and we have a workbook that goes along with most of the content that's presented, so it's actually in a written form. We have a 200-page student manual, and then we have a companion journal that goes with it. So there is something to physically touch and look at and read, but we found over the years a lot of people have taken the class 2, 3, and 4 times because of the volume of content and the depth of some of the things that we cover, that it's like anything else. You need to hear it a couple times for it to sink in. So we're hoping to fill the class again. We usually have 40 to 50 people, and that's what we expect. That's what we anticipate. And we do blood work at the beginning of the program and at the end, so you can see how these lifestyle changes have affected blood work, improved your blood work. So it's a program that the community has embraced, and because of the changes that I see in individuals, it just inspires myself and my project coordinator, Kelly Bowe. We just love it. We love seeing what happens to people when they start making these lifestyle changes.
And you don't have to be way overweight or have any major problems in order to have this benefit you, right?
No, it's not a weight loss program, but of course a lot of people take it with the intention to lose weight, and they do. But we've helped people with fibromyalgia, with acid reflux, with high blood pressure. We've reversed diabetes. We've helped people get fit, understand what fitness means and is, and how to do that. We've talked multiple times here about back pain, and it's really about empowering people with information that allows them to heal, to understand what they have to do to heal, and then we try to inspire them too. And the class members inspire each other as they make changes and they tell their stories. So it's really I feel like it's a very comprehensive course. And it's hard for me to not want to add more information. I usually do add more information, but it's what people want. So we're delivering what they want and what they need.
You look at the blood information, but without being able to measure, I'm sure you see a lot of satisfaction and raised confidence through the taking of this class.
It's amazing to hear some of the stories of people. One of these times we should have some of these individuals come on and tell their story, because it's life-changing. And people are doing things with their life now that they never thought they would be able to do. And once they get in that groove and they start having more energy and becoming more flexible and having more endurance, they start doing things, and the whole world opens up for them. I mean, and we've had a lot of the participants in the class have formed these little mini groups, walking groups, and they become Facebook friends, and they share recipes, and they talk about what they're doing and their struggles. So it's a really good supportive group, and we just love being a part of that. It's just a lot of fun.
Well, that creates accountability, which is even better.
Absolutely. Yeah, we all need to be accountable, and it's like anything else. When you're trying to change behavior, it takes a lot of effort right at the beginning, and you have to be prepared for that. And if you can get past the first couple of weeks, then you've got this momentum going, and you're able to continue and really see these changes occur. But you do need that support early on, and we talk to people. We help them understand how to line up all those things so that you are successful. Because it's not just discipline, it's understanding your mind and the role of your emotions and the power of relationships in your life, and all those things. We try to line all that up so people are successful.
And I must recall the Hair Club for Men or whatever that was, where the guy said, not only do I own the thing, but I'm a client, and you have gone through this as well, then.
Oh, absolutely, yes, and
not the Hair Club, but Fit for Life.
No, but it's good for me, because when I see people making these changes, it inspires me to continue to do things. And with the questions that I get and the challenges that participants give me, it makes me want to take the content to a different level to make it even better. But I was struggling last year with doing some of the things I was talking about, and I just laid it out in front of the class. This is what I'm doing. I'm confessing my weaknesses, and as soon as I did that, the burden was lifted. It was amazing, just that confession to a group that I'm not perfect and I'm going to work on this. It kind of took the secrecy away from it, and it made me accountable. I said, every week I'm going to report to you how much weight I've lost and what I'm doing, and that made a huge difference. I can't tell you how valuable that was for me, but I think the same thing applies for anybody. So it works, and just have to commit to it.
So this upcoming session begins when, and how can we register?
It begins on September 21st, and you can register online. The deadline for registration is August 25th. Okay. So September 21st, the classes begin. You can register online at trinitytwincity.org, or you can call Kelly Bowe. She's the project coordinator, and she's got her cell phone open to anybody that calls. If you leave a message, she'll return the call. Her number is 330-401-5900. And if you call and leave a message, she will get back in touch with you. Okay. So we want to encourage anybody who's heard about the program or has taken the program and thinking about taking it again to please enroll. This will be the first time we've been together now in over a year, because the last year was, it was virtual. So it's going to be good to be in a group side by side with people and be able to see them each week. And we think we're going to have a great turnout and a great time. But if there are people who in a different state, we have a couple people who are registered who don't even live in Ohio, they can do this virtually. So if you've got listeners who've got family members who would like to participate, we can make that happen.
Right, and would be glad to.
Absolutely.
Got a couple more weeks to register.
Right.
All right. Well, we will talk to you next week, then.
Okay, thank you.
Dr. Tim McKnight this morning. Talk with the Doc, as we do every Tuesday.